Dookie, looks like we're live. Hello everyone, Nerui here, and welcome back. well, we're gonna be going to the Wild West again tonight. Cause last time around this time we got started with a new game, Call of Juarez Gunslinger. A game set in the ye olde times of the Wild West, a point of exaggerated dime novels, taking the real exploits of actual folks and just kind of shining them up a bit to sell a pretty penny. And yeah, I was really getting into it. The levels were pretty short, sweet to the point, but were pretty exciting. I'm having fun with this series, and I hope you guys are too. So we're getting back into all that tonight. Last mission we left off on had us going up against a bounty who was quite fond of throwing dynamite at us from up above. So let's go and see what kind of shenanigans we can get into now. I'm really glad that I was able to finally get to start to play this game. And yeah, stream started a little bit on the later side today, partially because, well, right as it was getting close to time for me to start the planned stream, it started to storm out. So it looks like the storm is past. Doesn't sound like it's raining anymore. The lightning and thunder is gone, so I think we are, for now, in the clear. So yeah, gonna have some fun with this. Got a little drink by my side, so I for the journey. So as soon as this thing loads, it's gonna be time to get right back into the action. Speaking of which,
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
well, that's off to a good start. Yeah, dodge death. I just stand there, just staring and not doing anything.
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I thought the Texas Rangers got hardened.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
Come on, pop your head up. Pop. Oh, did I get a twofer on that one?
You think you can kill me?
Come on.
Crazy bastard.
It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres. To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and
Oh, we get into a duel right off the bat?
wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. Families who put up money in hopes of finding justice.
Damn it, this
He
game
was a
certainly
bona
has
fide
style.
hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing my giblets off. Ain't right, we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this.
Ain't nobody stupid enough to go after Hardin anyway.
Better 3 hours early than a minute too late.
Man, I love that guitar playing in the background.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was.
Where are ya? Gotcha!
I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
I've been using 6-shooter. Let's give the quick shooter a try and see how that feels. Yeah. I'm not gonna go out of my way to find all the secrets here, but maybe off stream once I finish the game, I might go back and try and find all the secrets. Because right now, I'm just a little here to experience the game.
Stop that son bitch! Let the boys know we got another law dog.
I hear him. Where are you? Ooh, finally some rifle ammo. Alright, let's roll with the ranger now. Let's go for the sawed off, but let's try some of these other guns here.
I wondered if Bob was among them. And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
And SS, even if he is a little bit better, all you got, you still can have the edge if you're luckier. Because this kind of stuff, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, as the old saying goes.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption. But John Wesley might have been a different story.
I get the feeling I missed the chance for. Well, let's take that. Let's. Okay, I'm taking that L for a chance to try and figure, because, yeah, I'm just getting so involved. I said I missed the quick time event, and just taking in so much of the scenery. There we go. That's better. That's better.
I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Out of range for that one. All right. There you go. Finally got you.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Plenty of shotgun ammo. That seems to be telling me a little something.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me. In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Certain hostility, hey? That's one way to put it. Okay, so what do we got now? We got a level up, so let me see. Dual wield sawed-off shotguns. Bigger explosions.
You can't hide from me. Time to fill you full of lead. That's right. Run!
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Now time for a showdown.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. No, wait. He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
I still gotta get better at these duels.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
So I didn't even get the kill on that one.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Yeah, once again, I am definitely glad I decided to start playing this game. I'm having fun with this. And
The bounty was
into the
put on
action we
Grey
go.
Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickle the nether regions of heaven.
A long time ago on a mountain
Grey
far,
Wolf
far
was a
away. I wonder
Chiricahua
what you could be
Apache medicine
referencing
man
there.
who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Yeah, say some of the venues in this game are also quite beautiful as well.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Hey Eddie, welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you're feeling feeling well, all things considered.
They saw me before I saw them.
That's good. As long as we can keep our sense of humor, that's definitely a good sign. Ow, 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 ow.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Eh. That might have been a bad idea. Somehow I survived that. Six-shooter, ranger. You know what? Sawed-off shotgun. And a silver shotgun. Maybe go with the full-size shotty and the ranger for a little, so I can have a few range options.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
All right. Oh yeah, definitely.
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, got a lot of those.
Yep, definitely brutal, and they get the job done.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Shotguns can definitely be definitely are pretty brutal, and so is dynamite.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Running low on ammo from a shotty, though. Okay, that looks like a straight up plummet down, so need to find a way around.
had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Well, it's down this way. Nope, nothing here. So, used up all the shotgun ammo. Gotta go back to the rifle. Oops, secret. Ooh, damn it. And shotgun ammo. I'll take that shotgun back, please. Yeah, this is a game that was on my list for a while, but was never able to pick up back when it first came out. Mostly because when it first came out, I kinda couldn't really afford it. So, yeah, I am quite happy I'm finally getting a chance to play this.
Well, that's good to hear you're enjoying it.
Ah, howdy, Orsk.
Hello.
Come on, more of the shotty ammo. Give me all the ammo. Okay, now.
Beer bait.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
It also feels like this shotgun actually has a little bit of range. At least a lot more than your typical video game shotgun.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
You just gotta love the stopping power of a good shotgun.
How come you know
so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Oh man, I'm just loving the style this game has. See, a 6-shooter. Yeah, actually finding a few secrets this level. Okay, what looks like an ammo box there. Well, this certainly don't feel like no ambush site, none.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow, and I had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Alright. A 6-shooter upgrade. Ow!
Ow.
Ain't it, Nick?
As soon as I just said, like, ow, I'm like, okay. I was just watching the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Hearing.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle. I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo is right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me.
Ah, crap. Can't take a fall, can ya?
Guess not.
Ah, yes. Gravity. Our greatest foe.
Curse you, gravity. I trusted you. You know what? That's probably the first fault.
There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady. A steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them. And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty. Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand. Those Daltons
Dalton
were
brothers,
lawmen
eh?
once, before they all went bad, robbing
Yeah, you
banks
gotta
and
keep him
trains clear
late.
across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the riot?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
And also kind of appreciate how each of these missions are nice little short affairs.
That's nice. Don't see that often.
But this is an older game, so
Fair.
I'm back.
and welcome back, Orsk.
Hello.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed
Said
out
I'm late because
firearms
I
to
was watching a
anybody
friend
who
play
took
the
them.
murder
See,
of Sonic
the
the
dogs got it
Hedgehog.
in their heads to rob two banks at the same time.
And yes, you
Two
have to say
banks
it like
on the
that.
same damn street.
Like murder.
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off.
Yeah, I think I gotta keep on pushing the upgrades down the ranger tree so I can get that upgraded rifle. So, which route to go to get the upgraded rifle? Because looks like in theory you can get your level high enough, depending if there's a level cap or not, you can get an upgrade to every gun in the game. So let's see. I can go the route of throw, shoot the dynamite. Yep. Basically making it easier to shoot dynamite. And then shooting the dynamite midair to make it to increase the range of effect. Or increase focus gain for headshots, and extra markers for nearby enemies that are out of your line of sight. Interesting. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown. The boys grew up in Coffeeville, so everybody knew her. The bank teller tricked them, telling them the time lock on the safe wouldn't open till 9:30. Well, that gave the locals enough time to prepare an ambush for those sons of bitches.
You got us a hero. Put some holes in him.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity. But everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of a bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Gotta love this. Love the different interpretations of how the story goes down.
It was brave men like him who
Seems to
risked
be
their
how it
lives
goes.
to tame this wild country.
Oh, nice. Find a nice hotel to stay at.
We've got company.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Ooh, it got me a sawed-off shotgun.
Silas Greaves, son of a bitch! Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that. You can't hide. Over there!
Yeehaw!
That's Silas Greaves.
Are you ready, partner?
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
So I'm gonna hear how it actually happens from Silas' name?
It was early evening, not high noon. I was late to the party, and Coffeeville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there.
That's better.
Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
The leader, the lover, and the
I've been
loser.
tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
Ah, yes, there's 4 Call of Juarez games. This is the first one, right?
This is Call of Juarez Gunslinger. So, I don't know where that falls into the Call of Juarez games.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town.
The 4th game.
To top it off, I found myself in the middle
Oh,
of
it's the 4th game in the series, but it's unrelated to the 3 previous titles.
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
So, basically, as far as the Call of Juarez series, this one's a standalone.
Pretty much. Like I said, from what I've read, the 3rd game in the series got terrible reviews. But so 1 and 2 are the ones you wanna. Also, I found it funny that you started with 4.
Well, for one, I didn't know it was a full series when I first picked it up, because the reason why I started with this one is because I was first exposed to it years ago when it first came out with one of those when the demo was released. I had fun with the demo, wanted more, but couldn't really afford it at the time.
I would never give up.
So yeah, I never looked into the other ones because this was the only Call of Juarez game I knew of.
They set a trap to
now you know.
Down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me.
Now you're rooting cowpoke.
You cut the tail end of that one, didn't ya?
Yep.
Yeah, damn, son.
I should wait for that to stop falling before I start moving forward again.
I mean, that's the proper way to do it, I'd say.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
You're getting blasted a lot.
Not a lot of cover here.
I mean, this might not be a good spot for the sawed-off. Most indeed had a.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. Now here's a question. Does shooting at different parts do more damage? Do you get crits?
He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
I mean, it seems to be the case, because I've seen, like, headshots, eyeline, and a bunch of other things.
I have to admit, that boy
It seems like once you, like, blasted their head... Yeah.
Yeah, it is a nice little touch. Depending on it looks like it's hard to tell in the speed of the moment, but it kind of looks like with a shotgun at least. Certain shots, like to the body and the limbs, kind of shred them a bit.
Yeah.
But then again, shotgun.
Yeah, it's true.
You got a lot of buckshot going there. At least I'm assuming buckshot.
I mean, I assume so. Doesn't seem like you're shooting birdshot at him anyways.
Or slugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want them to get superpowers.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. I was wondering if anyone
Took me a
would.
couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Dynamite. Or explosive barrels.
Now here's a little fun fact for you. Did you know the guy who invented dynamite was Alfred Nobel? The guy who did known for the Nobel Peace Prize?
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell.
That's fair, Hetty.
It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
But yes, the guy who invented dynamite was the guy also named for the Nobel Peace Prize.
The maple trees were in full color.
Ironic.
Red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out
Random
wide,
ass trees
pretty
popping
soon
out of the
they
ground.
That's a nice.
And don't you-
That's a really nice touch, guys. I like to think that the whole setting we got here is just those people at the saloon, their theater, the mind, their vision for it, and just how this thing adjusts based on what Silas is saying.
Yep.
Oh, I am so loving this game.
I'm glad.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone.
Most indeed, had I.
I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Dynamite was apparently apparently. Words.
Hugs.
Trying to read what Hay's saying and just tripping over my words. Something awful.
No worries.
Yeah. For dynamite originally intending to be a safer engineering tool to replace gunpowder. Yep. Improved, but we'd probably have to wait till things like C4 to have something that's actually stable and a lot safer.
I mean, TNT's not too bad. I mean, it's better than nitroglycerin, what it's made out of. It's a far more stable agent compared to that.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
So, Nay, how are you enjoying the Cerulean Simulator?
The what? Cerulean simulator?
Well, remember, that's what he uses as revolvers.
Oh, really? All right. I'd imagine. No, wait. A lot of the technology for things like revolvers and stuff hasn't really changed that much since their inception, at least past a certain point.
Yeah, but the best thing nowadays, they're just machined better.
Oh, I actually didn't know about the chemical weapon thing. And if I remember correctly, dynamite was used for mining, I think it was, before, and like clearing out like stuff on train tracks.
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
And I spy myself a full-length shotgun.
Nice.
And it's one of the weapons I've got an upgrade version of, so... Yeah. Oh,
I don't know why.
Got a shotgunner out there.
I don't know why, I just like the idea as soon as you find the gun, it just upgrades itself. Yeah, that's what I thought had it. So, yeah, glad to see what... Oof. To be fair, things in the Old West used to be strange too. Like, I don't know if it was just the Old West, but like, you know, they used to canaries in coal mines.
Well, yeah, that's meant to keep an eye out for toxic gas.
Oh my, that is an interesting tidbit that I did not know.
Yeah, because the threshold for a canary to die is much lower than a human. So if the canary dies, you know you should get out of there.
Pretty much.
I mean, that's the reason why in Goblin Slayer he made use of the canary, because he heard about that from an actual miner.
I was more referring to the most recent one being about there originally being plans to use nukes in civil engineering to clear mountains.
Yeah, I'm not surprised the Soviets tested that out.
That would be interesting. There's mountain in way. What do? Get rid of mountain, duh. Like, I guess when in doubt, blow it up.
I mean, that's how there's an actual highway and proper roads here in Newfoundland is because of tons of dynamite. There's a lot of roads that just wouldn't be there if it wasn't for explosives.
Ah, so explosive Canadians.
It's
Mm.
gonna
I
show
mean,
you that no matter where you're from, you can always enjoy the fun of a good explosion.
Yeah, it's true.
And you can definitely tell the spots they did do that too, because it's literally just curving your way through like a big rocky side.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Korean irradiated like this.
I mean, it's a nuclear blast making doing the detonating. Of course, it's gonna leave wherever you used it to demolition. It's gonna leave it irradiated.
Yeah, especially with water and radiation, they like to work together. I mean, that's the reason why there's pools in Ukraine there now, near Chernobyl that are still irradiated because it's just still in the water. I believe that's the like most radioactive parts of Chernobyl now is those areas because just the radiation is still soaked in the water there. Oh, Fairhead, yeah, that was an early nuke, so it wasn't exactly a clean nuke. Good old dirty bombs. Ooh, speaking of Chernobyl, that might not be a bad series for you to try out.
Yeah.
The actual Stalker series.
Like I said, it also depends on which series you like. Games, like I said, since I know you like one shot, you seem to like emotional games, or you get attached to characters.
Yeah, because apparently my potato can actually run those games, so yours should be too.
How did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious.
Actually picked up all 3 of those in the recent Steam sale.
Actually, you might like. I don't know if you like Sonic, but I just watched a friend do the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a free thing. It's a free game Sega just dropped.
So I just started walking, and pretty soon.
Okay, I hear someone snoring in game.
Oh my god.
Ah, okay, fair point, Hede. Oh yeah, I know the elephant foot is the most irradiated, but I know the pools themselves tend to be among the highest that are still active.
Steve.
Oh, that's what it was. Like,
No, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Indians?
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
Oh, where was I? Right. See, there's a
Actually, I had one of the guys
reason
listening to the
some
story
outlaw
fall
gangs
asleep during it.
being brothers of theirs,
oh my
secret
god.
thing. It's a bond like
That I'm not surprised by, Hede. I know a buddy of mine that was over in Kosovo during the conflict there. He was with Canadian forces there. He mentioned a brief story about a bunch of feral dogs in the region that his little group had to deal with. By
And
dissing,
and yeah, hey, that I do believe that is the snoring I heard.
but also, hey, they're making beer out of wheat grown in the exclusion zone. That's going to be interesting.
Interesting.
That's definitely going to be an interesting drink. I don't know what effects will have on you, but definitely an interesting one.
Oh, great. Real world Nuka-Cola.
I mean, I was just about to say that. Yeah, that sounds like how we're going to make actual Nuka-Cola.
Can we get it to actually glow so we can have Nuka-Cola Quantum?
So did you ever find
That's
the damn
another good
bones?
point.
Not yet.
Although I don't think we're going to be able to pull off actual blue glow, but that's...
Breed like
Not with that attitude.
more offers or who knows what.
Yeah, my buddy mentioned, well, his father mentioned, they once went around a corner now in the streets there, and there's just this mass of just feral dogs, including like a bunch of like little yappers there now that just came after them there now. Got in their truck and had to get away, but they were like clawing and trying to get in from like the trunk, the doors and such there now.
Hell, what's more important than family?
And he...
Ben knows what I'm talking
Should I actually say what they called the weapons they made? I think, Nay, you might not enjoy that one.
Huh? Oh, you mean story.
Well,
Well, you said you might not enjoy that one. I assumed I was just looking in the chat thinking like, oh, some game?
no, I was just trying to think, should I say the name of what he and his group refer to their, some weapons that they made for the dogs?
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, in hindsight, I mean, it's a little... Yeah, after the fact, yeah, it's a jokey thing, but at the same time, they're feral dogs.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, and then there was also the infamous, we went to get cheeseburger story. That was also fun. That's the story of how they accidentally violated national borders between Finland and the USSR.
Of course.
Oh? Oh dear God. Okay. Wait, we're making cider from it? Oh my.
So spicy hot cider.
They're also big ass apples, Jesus.
Well, if y'all ever want to know what apple cider would look like in Fallout for real, there you go.
So we're getting Nuka cider. That's adorable.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
yes. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. This reminds me, sometimes nature in general is just odd in general, like... Yeah. You know, all the talk of reactors reminds me of this one poisonous tree I heard of where you don't want to stand under it if it rains.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. It's weird because I wouldn't think of a tree as being something you would find poisonous.
I mean, if it's an apple tree, I mean, you do know that apple seeds contain cyanide, right?
I do.
Most indeed, Hede. Although with the current conflict, that's probably not helping with that matter.
That's it for you.
I still have no clue when that one's gonna end. Or how it'll end. But yeah, so my buddy, his father, and a few of his buddies got into a jeep. They went out to... That was when they were stationed over in Finland. And they went out to get cheeseburgers. And they accidentally crossed the border into Russia.
Jeez.
And that's how they got interrogated by Russian officials.
Oh no.
Those must have been some pretty damn good burgers.
They never did find a good cheeseburger spot, but they managed to get out of that one.
I mean, when you need your cheeseburger, you gotta have your cheeseburger.
You know you're not wrong.
Yep. Yeah, thanks, Eddie.
That guy had some
Ow.
good stories. He also was a bit of a prankster. He once threw a snake into the driver's section inside of a tank when there was a driver in there. And you know how claustrophobic those are, Hede?
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Understandably, the driver did not enjoy that one.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of
Not when it was
89.
like a good 3 to 4 foot long snake just dumped into his lap and the catch closed on him.
Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn...
While he was driving, no less.
It was in that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Ah, no paddle boat by the looks of it. Nice. But yeah, so this was was also when they were in Kosovo, and while they were driving up onto I think a raised highway or something, they had the bright idea to throw a snake in with the driver of the tank they were by.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
I wish I could remember most of the other stories he said, but he had some good ones.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
I'm gonna shoot.
Merc.
Rule the day. That must have hurt.
You know, this also reminds me of a game you might find in an arcade. It makes me think of one, you know what I mean?
can kind of see it.
That's nice, Eddie.
Like, yeah, just I don't know why. It just gives me that vibe.
I mean, considering you got point bonuses for getting more stylish kills to give you more experience, yeah, I can see this easily working as more of an arcade type thing.
Yeah.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Oh yeah, this is this here is the first upgrade I got. It's the silver shotgun, which takes normal shotgun, gives it an extra 35% to range, an extra 15% to damage, and 15% to the spread.
Nice.
Yep, if I go all the way to the far end of the trapper thing, I'll get the ornate sawed-off shotgun, which is a 30% damage, 10% range, and minus 30 to recoil. And since we're looking at the upgraded weapons, the other weapon I'm currently running is the inlaid 6-shooter, which is an increase to 30% to the fire rate and 15% to aim speed. And I'm working my way to the golden rifle, which has minus 25% recoil, plus 30% aim speed, and plus 2 ammo. And
Nice.
once I get those done, I can then worry about the Gunslinger, where I'll be able to get the engraved Ranger, which has 25% range, minus 30% recoil, and the ivory-handled quick shooter with 30% damage and 25% aim speed. It's gonna look good if I can get all 3 of these fully kitted out and have all my weapons fully upgraded.
Turned out that they had me.
Ow! Sucker punch.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a fight.
About that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
We're talking about the Titanic.
If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll reach the floor.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing.
Nice one.
It's unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Oh, I can shoot the Gatling gun!
Yeah, remember, Hitty, there are Gatling guns back in that age. I mean, they were gravity-fed magazines, but yeah, you could probably put a fair bit of rounds into them.
There's a lot, like I said, a lot of interesting things.
And this time, I'm on the shooting end!
And indeed, Hitty, it is an actual Gatling gun. Not hand... Yeah, actually, yeah, they were hand cranked. They were basically like, maulers from Gears of War. So, yeah, at the moment, Nay is chilling her inner grinder.
Hey,
No. Gears of War.
about to come at me one at a
Oh, a
time.
times 18
We were in
lane
this
streak.
together.
Yeah, it's good.
Two brothers side by side, determined
Uh oh,
to
duel,
take
duel,
me
duel, duel,
down.
duel.
Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Come on.
Hey, you're not wrong, Hetty. Turret sections are fun if they're properly set up.
True.
Ooh, almost had it. All right.
Most indeed, Hetty. I mean, at this point, Nay's already fought a few Gatling gunners, and one boss who was a Gatling gunner.
Kick your butt for a little bit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
They got it wrong.
No offense, you
Sad
you were
end for
you were
those
doing your
two.
best.
If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds.
I had to put that up before it's like.
Rolled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Ooh, that was satisfying.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
Episode 7, The Wild Bunch. And this one has a different feel to it than the
It was
past chapters.
1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then, I
Most
swore to
indeed,
myself
Eddie.
that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
Yeah, so now we finally know who this Bob was that Silas has been hunting.
Fucking Bob.
It has been a long time since I played any Medal of Honor games.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Same.
option either to now the Medal of Honor one for yourself. Ooh, you could do Airborne. That's a fun one. Get to pick where you're essentially starting a mission off to when you're going.
Yeah, and yeah, I gotta agree with you there, Hetty. I love the storytelling in this. It is.
Oh god, the
I've been
not
on
so
their
great
trail for
train
months,
robbery. That's
Ever
nice.
since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains.
Oh, definitely hit a Medal of Honor is a
By
good
Butch
older
Cassidy.
game.
They were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid.
Yeah, me and my buddy, we had some good times with those ones,
Roscoe
especially with the
Bob
co-op
Bryant.
aspects.
You were part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides,
God, what was it? It was
wanted
I think
Bryant
Medal of
all
Honor
to himself.
Finest Hour.
heard about
That was the
large
one
shipment
where
of
you
gold being
got to play as
transported
like
to
the
Wilcox,
Russians
Wyoming on the
back when it
overland
was just
flyer.
like
I figured
for
the
every
Wild Bunch would
like
likely hit
3
such a treasure
Russians
and
you
by
had like
God,
one
I figured
rifle.
right.
And you start off, you're not even the guy with the rifle, you're the guy holding the ammo for the guy with the gun.
Yeah, there's one game I would love to play on stream if I can get my hands on it, because so far, I've only been able on Steam to find the sequel, but not the original.
Huh?
Oh.
Battlefield Bad Company 1.
Oh, I know that game.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, just love the characters in that story. Those who play it will know, will get a chuckle when I say, "There's gold in them Nar Hills." If you know, you know.
It's been a while.
Well, that train is mighty fucked.
I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
God, how do you even salvage anything from this one?
I also gotta wonder, how the hell do you crash like this hard?
I mean, I'm guessing it looks like someone blew the middle support out. And that's why everything's now, like, all over the place. Oh, fair, Hetty, but I mean, it's gonna be a pain in the arse to get it down to the ground, especially over gorges like this.
Like that, you mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, Thomas, you had. Oh wait, Thomas was number 1, not 14. It's been so long since I've seen the show. Who is number 14?
Oh, fair, Hetty. I mean, OSHA is not even a blink in the eyes of the creator yet.
Okay, one more level, and I'm gonna get me the golden rifle. And I wonder which I should try to go for next. One of the two other 6-shooters, or the ornate sawed-off. I'm thinking the ornate sawed-off. So which route should I take to get there? Gonna have to get the akimbo trap, which will allow me to dual-wield sawed-off shotguns. Then we've got bigger explosions, the Wandering Sunrise approach. Not needing to reload shotguns manually when you're in concentration. Or each close shotgun kill gives you more concentration, and being able to throw back enemy dynamite.
Nice.
Indeed.
Yeah, so number 14 in Thomas is apparently an engine called Charlie.
Yep.
Yeah, so I can unironically say, sorry, Charlie, you had a good run.
Mm-hmm.
So...
BRB.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So, we're going the route to get the ornate sawed-off. I can either take the trip around the loader for bigger explosions, and I can keep shooting with my shotguns in concentration, or little voice crack there, get more concentration to go into concentration mode faster, and to pick up and throw back enemy dynamite. Ooh, tough call. See ya, Charlie. There is a plunger here. Welcome back, Eddie. Oh, a sawed-off rifle. That's the first time I've gotten one of these. Let's give it a try. And We're sitting here with a plunger with a hold X to use.
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
Aw, I wanted a boom.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge. What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Dynamite, dynamite. Yeah, I am. I am sad about getting boom block too. Huh.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Uh-oh. Oops. You remember that those of you who've seen the recent Lackadaisy pilot? At least Rocky had enough of a neural thing to run away when that happened. Me, looking down. Well, that's no good.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah, Hetty, I hope you're feeling okay at the moment.
Ooh, considering that the bonus for that was the last breath, I think I took out a lung on that one.
Probably. Hugs. That's good to hear, Hetty.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
Okay, go back to the silver shotgun and find another go back to the silver shotgun and find another revolver.
Yeah, definitely.
Time to fill you full of lead.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a little bit too far. Ah, indeed. Gravity, the old enemy.
Yow! Ooh! That one did good.
In a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Jesus.
Oh, I wrecked that train car!
Ooh.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by myself.
Well then.
As usual.
Who the hell is that? He's out of here! Take cover! Retreat! Retreat!
Yeah, don't expect help from the Pinkertons.
He's killing everybody! You ain't seen this action. Kill us all!
Oop. And the legendary weapon, Golden Rifle, is unlocked.
Nice.
No, not so good, sir. I've not had enough, but you certainly have. Achievement unlocked, Perseverance. Oh. Dodged the wrong way. Yeah, looks like I done dodged into it instead of away from it.
Is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left, and I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Jesus. Sure, let's just mow down a bunch of people. Night, Hetty. Hugs.
Yeah, you take care. And thanks again for coming. Hope you've had a good time.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that. On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
It's been nice, nice having you here in the chat.
They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Loading a minute 30 to hell. This certainly sounds promising. Yep. Night, Eddie. And I just noticed that Hetty dropped a communityism from earlier in the stream.
Nice.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Yeah, the gold rifle looks pretty nice.
Nice.
Just give a minute of not shooting anything. He should take a nice closer look at it. Now that is a beautiful rendition of the moon. Nice, nice. That is some nice engraving on that gun.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
You know, I like how no one noticed
I
that
didn't
first
bother
shot.
with the warning
I'm
shot.
fairly certain.
I just started taking those bastards down.
The obvious.
Somebody really pissed this sumbitch off. You or me?
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts. And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
God damn, how long did it take to actually make that rail line?
That is a good question.
Yes.
Kid Curry was
And
considered
how
the
long will it
wildest of the
take
Wild
you
Bunch.
to
It was
tear
said
it
that he
down?
fathered 85 bastard
About
children,
10 seconds.
though some say it was only 5.
Well, 10
Okay.
seconds minus prep time.
Yeah, yeah.
That right there is a feat of engineering.
Feat of engineering that won't be a feat any longer.
Well, technically, I'm trying to stop them
Curry
from
had
blowing
bragged
it
to a
up.
whore how he
Ah,
was going to
fair
rob
enough.
a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me.
So, I think we can, considering the times that this is set in, I think we can understand why that, as they put it, whore was called Fat Sally.
The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards.
One bomb disarmed.
A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Damn it! What the hell?
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one.
Ah,
Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
normally I'm pretty keen to shoot explosive barrels, but all things considered, probably need best to avoid using my dynamite on this mission. Just take and give my shiny new golden rifle, put it through its paces.
Makes sense.
Pop your head out. Oop, level up. Okay, first step towards... Okay, so I guess now the question is, do I go for the ornate sawed-off shotgun, or do I actually put some stuff into Gunslinger so I can try and get the engraved ranger and then the ivory-handled quick shooter?
Probably Gunslinger, I'd say.
Okay, first one will allow me the option to dual-wield revolvers.
Yeah, that would be nice.
This ain't right.
I can actually hear the squelching from that shot.
Ugh.
Good on the sound design. Quick shooter. Ooh, an inlaid 6-shooter.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually, there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Yeah, even armored shotgun guard goes down with a shot to the head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, almost out of rifle ammo. Better make the most out of it.
Well, good thing you got a 6-shooter you can use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ended up accidentally hitting the dynamite. Well, not the dynamite, the explosive barrels. Well, I got all the dynamite collected, it seems.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Ooh, a little bit of rifle ammo.
Now, if only you can find a second inlaid pistol to make use out of.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can try a dual wielding.
Mm-hmm. might have to go for a pair of double rangers. Quick shooter.
Yeah, we can probably try out Double Rangers.
Wait a minute. Oh ho ho. Let me try going back and grabbing the gun again. Inlaid 6-shooter.
Your bait.
Okay, dokie.
Oh, it uses the one I've got.
Ooh.
Also means that at the same time, the big trade-off is obviously longer reload.
Oh yeah, I mean, I imagine.
Oh. Hup. Over this way.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks.
And...
Get off the bridge!
I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
Ah, nice. You could do it. And
Mm-hmm. Just had to press has a different button, not pick up a second gun. Any secrets back over? Oh, nope. Going away from the story.
Kill that SOB! Make him bleed! Send him to perdition!
Finally, I found those boys, or more precisely, they found me.
Racer and Kid Cody asked me! Nuttier than a damn fruit cut!
Oof. Okay, gonna go back to back to the rifle for this one.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, the dual wielding is pretty good for like when you're doing like door breaches and the like.
Nuttier than a damn fruit cake. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
And time for another bit of me running from the Gatling gun. Okay, gotta do that. Gotta take down Kid Curry's guys while making my way over to him.
Making your way downtown.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Not a lot of cover. Do I know who you are? Soon to be a dead man.
You can probably lob dynamite over the actual rock in front of you.
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Ooh, you're probably splitting the dynamite a little bit too soon.
Yeah, and I also got dead from being pulled into a talking scene when people were still shooting at me.
Ah.
That's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally. Fast as he was, I was just a bit faster.
Whew.
As he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me, "Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch's Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him." Those were his last words.
Nice.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Episode 8, Jesse James.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
I think this might be a good point to stop it for now. On the one hand, I legitimately have no idea how many more missions are left in this game, but this feels like a good stopping point. A nice little cliffhanger, finding us going after apparently a legendary outlaw, Jesse James.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as we get into the mission, so we can exit the mission, we'll wrap things up for now.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way.
Let's go back to the menu now. Because, wow, we have got... Oh, this has been good. You know what? I feel like I should probably check and see, considering how some of the Nuggets truth we've been getting is on the second page. How many chapters are in Call of Juarez, Gunslinger?
You might be on the last one, maybe.
If I'm on the last one, then we might want to just power through it, through and finish this last one.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, because I think the last one you just got was the gun, with the Gatling gun, so...
Which one are you on?
Jesse James.
Yeah, you just have Jesse James, and then episode. Well, then it says a reprise. So, I guess technically
we are at the end. So, You know, if that's the case, then we might not be able to get a full... Considering how short these things are, we probably won't be able to get a full stream out of these without just going back and just trying to do some treasure hunting. So, you know what?
I think you take it back.
Yeah, I was thinking if we have much more to go, then yeah. But if this is really the penultimate with a reprise level coming next after this, we're actually at the end of the game, so let's go. Let's go all in.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train.
Fuck it, Nate's putting all our cards on the table.
Which way?
Yeehaw!
But I knew I'd have to
Yeehaw,
find my way forward
motherfucker.
if I was gonna find this gem.
I think this feels like a good point for dual wield there. Tight quarters like this, perfect.
Hey, darling.
And swapping my rifle for my silver shotgun.
Oh yeah, shotgun being very nice here.
Now wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
Legend was he could stop a train by staring it down. Jesse James.
They hopped a freight train having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train. The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I
The
reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
Excuse me, chickens.
Gotta stay away from all that cock. Look, I can make a joke like that every once in a while.
As if you don't make them all the time.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, right there. Oh, nice shot. I still love like the Princess Persia things. Like when you game over, it's like it's almost like, and then I died. Wait, no, that's not how it happened.
Ew, I see an inlaid 6-shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly,
It's a
I
good
have
thing
urgent
bullet
need
wounds
to
just
drain
go away
my
after a
one-eyed
few
sight.
seconds.
Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Like, if you're not getting
Right
shot,
through
you just have
there.
to walk
Let me show
away
you.
and your wounds will heal. That's how it works, right?
And they now have this thing in permanent slow mo because Silas is taking a break to take a piss.
I've never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't
That's
think he's
funny.
Silas Greaves?
That is
I
pretty
figure
good.
he's some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
And I got the people listening, accusing him, just listening to him, accusing him of not being who he claims to be.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But
bar.
you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Star? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof.
Okay, we've got longer combos, which might be nice, which leads into faster revolver reload, or 100 plus 100% capacity for revolver ammo, and reload while sprinting. Ooh, I gotta go for the ammo capacity.
Yeah, really though.
At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn Pinkertons!"
It's a damn Pinkerton!
Now, I never worked for that lightning cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember.
I bet you are.
You know who we are! You don't want to mess with us! Goddamn law dog! Had enough? Come and get me, you got my guts!
Uh-oh.
It was a rickety ride and quite precarious.
Once again, I fall victim to my my age-old nemesis, gravity.
God damn gravity.
Well, in this case, no, I think Sir Isaac Newton just killed you.
Well, fuck Isaac Newton.
Okay, let's get me some ammo. Now then.
Just killed Red?
came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward. I wondered if I was ever going to find the front of that train, or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
I didn't swap out the shotgun for the rifle here, because...
Yeah.
Got to the one, but then kind of got a little too close to the explosives.
was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
You better hide. Kill that pissant!
You got the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Which one's which?
My girl, I knew you'd get a good response to that. So yeah,
Sure
the
were
good,
a lot
the
of
bad,
men
and the ugly, and son, you look about a mix of all of them.
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford. Yeah, Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you. Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
What happens if you would have shot him up in the head on that one?
Good question.
Because it's almost like I didn't kill him. Proceed to shoot a bullet straight through the eyes.
He lived. That's some bitch managed to live. That's one tough some bitch.
And it's like, or if you get probably like a heart shot, it'd be like, I knew that son of a bitch was heartless.
Shot the some bitch in the head and got back up to come right after me like a gold earned courier with a chip on his shoulder.
Goddamn mailman.
After my showdown with
Like
Jesse,
seriously, who knew mailmen are one of the hardest people to take down?
Son of a bitch Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to
I mean,
ground.
just look at the courier from Fallout New Vegas. They took one in the head and they still kept going.
Oh,
Perfect place to hide
yeah.
out from the
Exactly what I was
authorities.
referencing.
Same.
In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the res and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Engines?
It could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
Oh dear, and I'm just getting a severe thunderstorm warning popping up on my phone.
Oh yeah, I thought I saw something about supercell tornadoes.
Ugh. Well, at least think it's quiet and not going off.
Yeah, I thought I saw something on the news right now about 21 states, 90 million people affected by it.
Yeah, it's saying severe thunderstorm warning until 9 p.m. for destructive 90-mile-per-hour winds.
Well, stay safe.
Yeah, it's saying I'm not seeing any signs of strong winds right now.
Yeah, don't blow away.
Well, I'm gonna keep the stream going as best I can, but if it looks like I need to go and seek shelter, I'm going to end the stream right then and there. So, just giving you all a heads up.
Yeah, we prefer you be safe. Or at least I do. I don't know about Orsk.
I mean, I hope she stays safe too.
I know, I'm just messing with you. We all want our Nay to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I didn't start earlier, because it was actively storming for a bit. There was the lightning and thunder, so we had a nice. I mean, we've been going for 2 hours and 43 minutes at this point.
I mean, y'all should move to Newfoundland. We don't get those tornado thingies, nor those hurricane thingies.
Hi,
Also, who just joined?
MT.
Hi, MT.
Hi.
Are you staying safe, my buddy?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
a little bit of rough weather coming in, but
yeah, because just before you joined, I just got on my phone an emergency a severe thunderstorm warning alert on my phone. So now I'm keeping track on both the game and the weather outside to see if I need to seek shelter for any reason. At the moment, it seems quiet.
Yeah, and I pointed out. Yeah, I saw on the news today something about 21 states stay affected by like a supercell tornado system.
Now, where was I? Indian
No.
tribe. I had more than my share of run-ins with the red.
Your connection's going, my buddy. You okay?
Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'm driving.
Of course I did.
Ah.
In fact, I can still remember.
That makes
So
sense.
naturally, the connection's gonna be a little bit flippy.
We're back to that again.
It'll be wonk wonk.
You carry
Yeah.
great darkness in your heart.
Tends to
It
be.
will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
Tends to be wonk 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 wonk.
Meanwhile, we can all just sit back and watch they shoot Native Americans.
Oh boy. Oh wait, is she still that early in the campaign?
No, we're in the last little bit here now. She's up in the Ozarks.
Oh, okay. I never really got all the way through that game, but it was a fun game from when I played it.
I mean, Nave's been enjoying herself.
Oh, definitely.
We just took down Jesse James.
Nice.
Or, well, we wounded him.
And the darkness will grow until it consumes.
We all know what eventually happens when he's shot in the back of the head by someone.
Yeah, don't you hate when that happens?
Oh man, I got an extra perforated hole in my cranium.
I mean, he's an outlaw. I mean,
I know. I'm
Let me
joking.
ask you something, Ben.
I know.
I thought you said he was an elf at first, and I'm like, boy, what world do you live
Are
in?
you alright?
Well, you didn't know he was part elephant?
No, elf.
He's secretly an elf elephant.
An elf elephant. Yes.
Luxodon, half elf. Oh, what's the other half? Luxodon.
Ah, yes, the Luxodon.
No, clearly the greatest level of heresy. Oh, you're a half elf, huh? Who's the other half? Dwarf. Entire city drops plates. That's going in the book.
It's going in the fucking book!
Jeez, that would actually make a really interesting character.
Just now that I think about it, you could be like this. What are you? I'm a half elf. So what's your other half? Another elf? Technically speaking, you're still a half elf, you're just a different half elf.
Playing an elf that just simply goes, I'm a half elf.
Did you ever find it?
Exactly, it's like, what, you're half drow, half,
no, half elf, half elf, half elf. But that just makes you an elf. No, it's half elf, half elf.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, consulting the book, dwarf and elf can't boink and pop something out unless magic is involved.
Magic is always fucking involved.
I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, I just had a thought. I'm like, should consult that shirt.
Also, Orsk, I want to know the rest of that darn story.
Rifles with scopes and we're well positioned to pick off any poor
I know you do.
Anywhere close.
Ew, Frank James, huh? And looks like he's got equipped with a full-on scoped rifle. So I'm playing Duck Duck Goose with a sniper.
Yep, that's usually how most levels with the sniper go. If you're playing Duck Duck Goose.
Oh god, dwarf and giant is a maybe. Jesus.
Oh boy. Oh crap, right, I forgot I gotta feed the dogs.
Maybe. These two may successfully crossbreed, although the chance of conception is not high.
And remember, but don't forget, I do have three characters that are all half giant, which is made possible because the giant bard had a elf friend who he managed to get drunk and get him to agree to make a spell to make it possible, because this giant bard, literal giant, not giant, was determined.
Huh? I mean, also on the church, giant is also maybe what elves tell.
I mean, let's see, because the three half giant characters I've got, that's all spawned from the same giant who made quite liberal use of the spell from his elf buddy. We have.
Let's see, one was a bold, right?
Yep, there was a half giant kobold.
On this chart, that's a no unless magic is involved.
Magic is involved.
Yep.
We've got we've got a half giant dwarf.
Yep, that's a maybe.
And you're already familiar with my mimic breeder half giant drow.
Yep.
You know
so
what?
Two of those are maybes in without magic, and one of them, requires magic.
You know, now I kind of want to see a half. Oh, just a lot of like a half giant cat folk.
But he was still intent on killing me.
That would be a giant Sindare, basically.
Something, yeah. Let's see, so it'd go off the lowest percentage, so...
You could probably go with an ogre.
Hell, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this
I had a
point, I'm
half
guessing
ogre.
you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight? Is that what it was? Justice.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
All beware the giant sea species. It's almost like... You know, I think that most things that come from the sea are huge.
Well, yeah, because you have the deep water gigantism as a thing.
Yeah. And I think that if you just check around, Sunu is different. Instead of being giant from the sea, she is smaller from the sea.
I mean, when you enter the water, you get bigger like a sponge.
Isn't that why
I
you
love
robbed
that
the James gang?
concept.
Oh, we're not gonna go with that's just a funny one for me.
Aww. I was just imagining, like, when she's back home, she's bigger for some reason.
I mean, if you were going with that as a thing, you'd be as big as Pearl from SpongeBob.
Oh my.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case.
Only when they're home.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
That son of a bitch! Take him out! He's just one man! Gonna cut you a new smile! Still standing!
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
Just love Suna's name for
I explained to Frank
the
I
family
had
pet.
nothing against him
Mr. Love
personally, and that I
Hugs.
was looking
Which is
for
clearly
someone
probably
else.
not their
You wanna
name.
read? Have at him. I never did like that bastard. I am done here.
Suna just called him that because she loved to give him hugs.
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
So, what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts, as I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again. But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that son-bitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me. Son of a bitch!
Another cave.
You get certainly enjoy your accents, don't you?
It was then that the last bunch of bandits
Then
jumped
again,
out
nothing wrong with a good accent, I say.
Would someone please kill him?
That is a lot of goons that he's throwing my way.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed. I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
Ooh.
Drug.
And repay him I did.
They are a lady of sheer commitment.
All right.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame you never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
Back to episode 7, the Wild Bunch.
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear the wind blowing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Oh, and rain's coming down too. I think the weather is starting to come in and hit.
Well, stop punching that.
Hugs.
Yeah, keeping one headphone off the ear so I can keep an ear on what's going on outside, since it sounds like we're on the return thing. This may well be the final mission.
Well, he did say this was the last chance to get Roscoe.
Okay, and the wind is really starting to pick up now.
Yeah, this might be a good time for you to call it. Just have something else sitting in the background to stream next time we do this. After we beat it.
Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
Sorry, did we say?
For all you know, he could have been dead.
Okay, it's really starting to pick up now, so yeah. I'm going to have to end the stream here because I'm starting to feel like I should. Yeah. Personal safety is a concern, so
Yep.
not enough time really to go and raid someone, so I'm going to end the stream and hop into a spot that's a bit farther away from some of the windows, at least until this passes. We can pick this up again at another point, finish this last mission, which will probably be a short little thing, and then shift on to something else. So, oh my goodness, that is coming in hard. Alright, so until next time, you all take care now. I'll probably make a tweet out once the storm is gone. The storm is done, so everyone can know that I'm safe.
Aww. Yeah.
So until then, you all take care now, and until the next one, bye bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.